Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Grace, and in today's video, I'm actually going to be sharing with you some of the newest fragrances that I've added to my collection. I've recently hauled some of these in the past few months and I've accumulated them, so these were not all purchased at the same time. However, you may have seen some of these fragrances in the most recent videos that I've done. And I will try to not go into too much depth with some of these fragrances. However, I will still give you my first impressions and thoughts about the fragrances. And I've already worn some of these perfumes as well, so I will let you know which ones. So if you're interested in finding out what fragrances I've recently purchased, then definitely stay tuned and let's get on with the haul. So the first one I have here is from Ellis Brooklyn, Miami Nectar. This wasn't originally on my wish list. It wasn't even on my radar at all, but I've definitely been influenced by some of my favorite YouTubers like Amy Glam. And as soon as I got my nose on it, I knew I had to get it. Definitely a tropical, juicy opening, perfect for summer with that pineapple and that coconut. And it has the perfect name for it because it's perfect for like a vacation. And this is the second Ellis Brooklyn fragrance in my collection. I'm definitely interested in adding more from this house and specifically 4 other fragrances that I would like to add from this house at some point to my collection. So if you have a favorite from this house, definitely let me know which one it is and maybe I'll be adding it to my collection. So 2 fragrances that have been on my wish list are Rouge Smoking and Velvet Tonka from BDK Parfums. Rouge Smoking is supposed to be this nice cherry vanilla scent. And on the other hand, we have Velvet Tonka, which is supposed to be this almond sweetness. And I'm very surprised that this has tobacco in it because I actually really enjoy the scent and I'm not particularly a big fan of tobacco, but I'll definitely have to try it on my skin. And then as far as Rouge Smoking, it smells really nice in the air as well. So definitely these 2, I'm going to have to see if they are full bottle worthy for me or not. I'll go through the travel sprays and see if I end up liking them. But so far, I feel like these are absolutely beautiful scents. Next up, one that was on my wish list was Lotus Pear from the 7 Virtues. This, I was not sure if I actually wanted to get it or not because I already have so many pear note perfumes, but honestly, pear is one of my favorite notes and I feel like I can never have too many. This specific one opens up really fruity with that pear and the peach, and I'm usually not a huge fan of peach notes, but this one works well with the pear and it's got that floral combination along with it. So again, this is not loud, longevity is not great, but that's not the ultimate deal breaker for me as long as I love the scent. And then Coconut Sun is another one that I had to get. I enjoy coconut, but it has to be like the right type of coconut. This opens up with a burst of freshness and then it becomes a beautiful creamy coconut. And I've worn this twice and I've layered it with another fragrance that I'll be talking about a little bit later. And I absolutely love the way that the 2 smell together. But again, in general, 7 Virtues is not loud. They're lighter, softer, closer to the skin. And so far, all the fragrances I've tried from them, I've absolutely loved and they have worked out for me so far. Another one from Jo Malone is Scarlet Poppy. Okay, so this one has been on my wish list for some time and I ended up purchasing it through Jomashop specifically. And ever since I smelled it, I knew I needed this perfume in my life. I know Jo Malone is another house whose longevity doesn't always allow the fragrance to shine, but I love how this smells. And as I've mentioned, I don't mind that it's not long lasting. I can still appreciate the fragrance. I'm not too picky with that, but that's the same reason why I did not want to buy it full price. And this is the second Jo Malone fragrance in my collection. I definitely do want to add more at some point, but at the discount price for sure. Now, another house that I've been wanting to expand my collection on is Juliet Has a Gun. This here is not a perfume. I actually am late to the party on this, of course, but originally when I smelled it a long time ago, I could not smell anything. And I didn't understand the hype behind it. I was like, why is everybody talking about this? It's not really worth it. I can't smell anything. So then I kind of forgot about it over time. And I would go to Sephora and smell it every now and then I realized at some point that I could actually smell something. And I think that has a lot to do with how our noses and taste evolve over time. And that is specifically what happened to me. So I definitely can appreciate this fragrance a lot more now than before. And I've been into fragrances for about 5 years now, but I would have never thought 5 years ago that I would have been into this type of fragrances where the scent is based off of your skin composition. But again, I will definitely be adding more Juliet Has a Gun fragrances to my collection at some point. If you have a favorite, leave it down below and I will definitely check it out. Next up, I have Viktor Rolf's Flower Bomb Tiger Lily. Okay, so this one I added to my wish list when it came out, but I decided to wait on it because I had gotten the Kilian's Moonlight in Heaven, and so I thought maybe they were similar with the mango and the coconut, and I went ahead and purchased the Moonlight in Heaven by Kilian first. But of course, I decided to still try this out, so I went to the store, smelled it, tried it out on my skin, and I definitely thought that it had that nice mango coconut smell to it. And initially, it wasn't what I expected, and it wasn't love at first sniff. And after trying it a few times, I decided to finally go for it. I love how the mango in here is mixed with the coconut. You definitely get a creaminess in the background once it starts to dry down. This is when I layered with the Coconut Sun by the Seven Virtues and loved the way that they smell together. My point is, I wanted to blind buy this initially, but I'm glad I tried it out a few times before doing so to make sure that it was what I wanted, because I thought Moonlight in Heaven by Kilian was going to smell similar to this, but that one pulls very masculine on me. It's a nice scent, but I don't like a masculine scent on me. And so I much prefer this. It's very feminine. You get the coconut, you get the mango, and you get a little bit of that creaminess in the background. So I enjoy this one a lot more. And next up, I have Givenchy Irresistible Rose Velvet. I did end up getting the tester bottle for this through Jomashop as well, because I thought it was just a lot less expensive. Now with this one, I absolutely like how the rose in here is done. It's a little bit woody. There's a little bit of spiciness in there as well. And then there is a patchouli in here, but it sits in the background, so it doesn't really bother me. But I will make sure to try this on my skin to make sure that it doesn't actually bother me. And again, this is just a very girly type of scent. And the next few perfumes I actually got from Lucky Scent back in March, but I didn't actually get my order until late May. So therefore, I wasn't even able to try these out during the colder weather months, because where I live, it's still cool through April and part of May. So hopefully I say the following names correctly, but here I have Delizia de Marshmallow. This is supposed to be a sweet marshmallow vanilla. I cannot wait to layer this in the fall or wear it on its own. I'm sure it's going to be delightful in the cooler months. Then I have Praline Au Caramel. This has a caramel pistachio coconut scent and it sounded like a dream, but again, I will need to test this out on my skin to make sure that it works. Usually praline is very sweet, so I cannot wait to try it. Next up, I have Cocoa a la Vanilla. I have tried this once and I feel like this is better for colder weather, but it is a very gourmand coconut vanilla type of scent and I absolutely love the way that it smells. And then finally, I have Frangipane Al Pistachio. This is supposed to be a sweet pistachio scent. Hopefully it works on my skin, because in the past, certain pistachio scents have definitely not worked and they pull a little bit more like buttery popcorn on my skin, which I don't like. And the last one from Lucky Scent is Amor Cafe by Mancera. This is a lovely coffee vanilla scent. It's definitely one I'm super excited to wear in the fall and winter. I want to see if I can layer this with other vanilla scents, but I absolutely love coffee notes and I think this is one of the best coffee scents I've smelled in a while. So next up I have Van Cleef and Arpels Orchid Vanille. This one I purchased through FragranceNet and it's been on my wish list for some time, but it always sells out super quick. You can find it on other sites, but it's full price and I definitely think it's worth the full price, but I didn't want to have to get it full price knowing that it was available through FragranceNet. And this is a gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous vanilla. I cannot wait to pull this out in the wintertime. Like I said, it's been on my wish list for some time, so definitely one that I had to add and include in my collection. It's definitely one of those comforting scents, so absolutely love. I also forgot to mention earlier that I did get all of these free samples from Lucky Scent, so I'm definitely going to try them out, smell them, and see if any of these are full bottle worthy for me because I do have a whole bunch of them. But anyways, you guys, that is all for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more of my videos, and I will see you guys on the next one.